echoes of your words crashing into me.
Welcome back to another GeekaWhat video, and today it is £700 gaming PC build time. So make sure to drop a like rating, subscribe, share this on Twitter, Instagram, social it, whatever, and let's get into the build. So with any build, I always get asked, James, how will this build perform? This build will smash the latest AAA titles at 1080 and 1440p high and ultra settings with anti-aliasing and textures turned on. It will also smash some of the older games such as World of Warcraft, League of Legends, Minecraft and CSGO at 4K whilst achieving over 100 and 200 FPS in some cases. So let's kick it off with the CPU. The CPU I went for was the Intel Core i5-6500. It's a quad-core CPU, making it compatible with all of the latest AAA titles, and comes out the box clocked at a very healthy 3.2 GHz. Not to mention, it's on Intel's brand new Skylake architecture, allowing for DDR4 support, better overclocking support, although the CPU isn't overclockable, and SATA Express M.2, all the new latest advances in computer hardware. The motherboard I went for was the MSI B150M Bazooka. This motherboard combines the best between price, performance, and gives a really great value option. It features Intel's brand new LGA 1151 socket required for this new Skylake chips, and should hopefully support all of the new releases, so right up to the i7 6700K, and then hopefully the 7700K and the 8800K, I believe, as well, when they come out. Intel tends to keep the same socket for about 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 generations long. For RAM, the Kingston HyperX Fury Black really was the best option. 1.8GB DIMM is fine, no need for two 4GB DIMMs in this case. It just populates more RAM DIMM slots and is more expensive for very little performance increase. And when I say very little, I'm talking 2-3%. There really is no point. The black stuff from Kingston looks great. You can also get it in white, blue and red, so yeah, great option. Storage, an SSD and a hard drive is always the best way to go. The hard drive is the Seagate Barracuda 1TB drive, and it gives you plenty of room for all your movies, music, games, all the stuff that you're not afraid that if your hard drive was to die, you were to lose. For example, Steam games, if you lost it, you can just re-download it and sync your progress up. Nevertheless, it's nice and reliable, and 7200 RPM is as fast as hard drives get in a 1TB capacity. For your boot drive, you're going to install Windows on this. The Samsung 850 EVO SSD. It comes in a 2.5-inch form factor, which is supported by the case once again, and is actually really showed off by the case and supports great read and write times. So yeah, it's 250 gig, which is more than enough for your copy of Windows, which is about 20, and then all of your most frequent games, applications, most valuable documents and stuff like that. The video card was Zotac GeForce GTX 970. It's got a 4GB frame buffer. The GTX 970 is one of Nvidia's newest releases, although it has been out for some time. We're looking around about 6 to 8 months before their next GPU release that would take over this in its current position. So you are alright for the time being. You're not buying an outdated card, and 4GB is great for 1080p and 1440p resolutions with your textures turned up. Like I said, a nice big frame buffer is great, and Zotac have been doing some great things with their cards. The case I went for was NZXT's S340 in a black and red colour scheme to tie in superbly with the rest of the build. Having a nice accent colour is great here, and you can also get a black and green Razor edition, a black and blue, a black and white, a pure white and a pure black if you wish. The NZXT S340 was my favourite case of the whole of 2015 and remains my favourite case so far this year, apart from of course my beloved Fantex N2 Pro. The power supply I went for was XFX's XT500W. It's an 80 plus bronze certified power supply. It means it's going to be nice and efficient, and you know, it's got everything you need. If you'd like to see my review of an XFX XXX 850W power supply and breathe, you can view my review of that power supply as well in the review section of my channel. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, hopefully you found it helpful. If so, make sure to drop a like rating and subscribe, and as always, we will see you in the next GeekaWhat video.